All right, thank y'all for coming out. Y'all are in the 6-mile race. So in a few minutes, we're gonna go ahead and get you started, and I'm gonna line y'all up on this side of the timing map because y'all are gonna be going out in this direction right here. The first thing that I do want to say is y'all get the special privilege of running with the owner of the ranch, who is right here. This is Kim Reeves, and without her, I would not be able to put this race on. She's been really great with this. This is our 5th time to do this event out here, and you know, like I said, thank you so much for allowing us.
We love you all runners.
Right on. So anyway, with that being said here, so y'all are going to go out in this direction, and when y'all are going out, you're going to take a left. There is a green sign. Y'all split signs look like this. They are green, and they say 6 mile on them. And when you get to the end of this path right down here, you're going to run down the grass, go down to the end. There's a green sign. It points to the left. You're going to follow the driveway down there, and then there's another sign attached with zip ties to another more permanent post up there, and that's going to point you off to the right, and you're going to go right up through that gate that you see right back over there. Once you get up there, you're going to start to see these pink flags. These are your confidence markers. You shouldn't go more than 1/5 of a mile without seeing these. Another sign you need to be familiar with are these white signs with black arrows. Anytime you see one of these, you're going to want to follow it, because that basically means that anybody who is on that section of trail, as long as you followed your green signs in those places, you're going to follow the course in that direction, no matter what distance you're running. Another important sign to be aware of is this one. And this one basically says, don't go down that trail. And so if you follow one of these, I can't necessarily tell you where you're going to end up, and it might be a while before I can figure out where, how to get you and how to get you redirected back onto the course. So like I said, if you see one of these, don't follow it. The good thing for y'all is, there aren't any cattle on this side, so you shouldn't have to worry about any signs that got knocked over. At least not by cattle. It could have been wind or something like that, because I can definitely say that the trail conditions are great. The ground is super hard. There's nothing soft out there anyway. It's so hard that whenever I'm like putting stakes in the ground for the signs and stuff like that, a lot of them would break. So you're not going to have to worry about your footing anywhere. The confidence markers. These orange flags, you shouldn't go more than, like I said, 1/5 of a mile without seeing them. And typically what you'll see, you will always see these on the right-hand side of the course. There's no place where you will see them on the left. They're always going to be on your right. If you start seeing flags on your left, you're going the opposite direction down the trail. So you might want to stop and think about which direction you should be going, and maybe what happened when you were on the course. The second thing that's important to note on this is a lot of times when we're out there and I've got these white signs put out right after a split point, or after the green signs in this case, I will put 2 flags right at that corner and then another one in the visible distance right after it. The 2 flags are to kind of get your attention, to say, hey, there's something here I should pay attention to. The second one is to tell you to continue in that direction. So just remember, 2 and then 1. In some cases, it might be a little more heavily flagged. I don't think it is on this side, because I don't have to worry about cattle knocking things over here this time. When you get to that first aid station, you're going to go through it twice. The first time you come into it, you're going to come in and you're going to see these signs that say, next up, Coffee Pot Trail. And so you're going to go up this little trail. It's about a half mile, and it'll circle you back, and you'll end up back at the aid station. When you get down to that again, you'll see 3 signs that say next up, start finish. And so when you leave that aid station, you're going to go across the ranch road over there, up the mountain, go along the ridge line up there, and then come back down to head back towards the start finish. After traversing all that, coming down the other fence line, coming back out here, down by the road and back over here, you'll enter through a gate back over next to the driveway, and you will take a right. There should be a right arrow sign pointing up there. Now, real important, right as you get to that point, right down there where those two flags are, where you made the left originally, you're going to make another left coming back. What I want you to do is when you make that left, I want you to run on the grass straight down this way, not on the driveway, because if you start running the driveway and you follow it, you're going to miss the finish line. Every year, no matter how many times I tell people, there's always somebody who ends up running on the pavement. Did you do that?
I did a different one.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, I know yours. I know what you did. You have a special sign now for that race.
And I've not missed it since.
But you know, I mean, it's not the end of the world if you miss it, but what you'll hear is, you know, a bunch of us yelling at you, telling you to come down this way. Chips, yes. Is everybody wearing their timing chip on their ankle, and is it facing outwards? It needs to be facing outwards so that it will pick up your read whenever you come through.
Is there any water crossings?
There is one back over here, and that's really it. It's maybe like that deep. There is a branch across it, and I can definitively tell you that if you're very strategic about doing it, you won't get your feet wet. Okay. But what fun is that?
No kidding.
But yeah, that's the only one over there, and it's like, I mean, it's really probably only like that. All right, I think that's pretty much about it. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to come and ask. We'll get you started here in about 7 minutes.